Whoa!
Prime lenses!
Oh my god, these are so creamy.
Carl Zeiss!
That sharpness.
Look at this aperture ring. Today, we're on a mission to compare zoom lenses to prime lenses. Here we have the Canon 24-70 as well as the Zeiss 35mm prime. So, which one of these is better? Well, we're gonna find out and hopefully not break them. Just clink them together.
So right now we're outside. We're testing both lenses without any ND filters, UV filters, because we want nothing in front of the lens for these tests. Right now we have the 35mm, and then we're gonna put the 24-70. Because we don't have any ND filters, we have to film in slow motion to counteract all this sun.
Looking at the difference between the prime lens and the zoom lens, you can really tell the difference in the background. If we zoom in on the bricks, you can see how the lines between the bricks are vastly different. One is soft and smooth, and the other one's kind of jagged. This blurriness in the background, the softer background of the prime lens, is a really nice look. But again, when you're not really zooming in, it's hard to tell the difference. For the close-up shot, you can see how the prime lens is slightly sharper on Sam's face. It's not dramatic, but there's definitely a little bit of sharpness. What you can see though, is the background on the prime lens definitely has a more yellow kind of green tint. That's not necessarily good or bad, but just something to notice. Looking at these leaves, there's not a huge difference between the zoom and prime lens. On the prime lens, you can see that the edges are a tad softer than the zoom lens. It kind of helps the image blend from what's in focus and out of focus. Looking at the hot light is definitely the biggest difference we noticed. The prime lens has this chromatic aberration around the highlights. If you can tell, there's this kind of purple line of the really highlight areas. This was surprising to see. However, you can see the slightly softer, more yellow and green tint in the midtones that do look nice, but again, that's personal preference. We're using the Zeiss Cinemod ZF2 because it's an affordable prime style cinema lens that has almost identical glass to the popular Zeiss CP2, but with smaller housing.
Prime lenses have a lot of benefits. They usually open a larger aperture, such as 1.4, and focusing is a lot smoother. They also have declicked apertures, hard stops, and gears for follow focus. But is there an actual huge difference in image quality? Well, we don't think so. We can't say this about all prime lenses, such as the Arri Master series, but for the introductory. Sure, we can't say this about all prime lenses, such as the Arri Master series, but for the introductory level cinema lenses, you're not going to notice much of a difference over high-end zoom lenses.
Everyone wants the best image, but a lot of filmmakers are obsessed with thinking that only prime lenses will achieve that cinematic look. But prime lenses are a game of diminishing returns, meaning at a certain price point, you're paying for marginal, microscopic changes in image quality that are just not worth the extra cash. We all know primes are great, but even we're shocked at how little of a difference it made in the final image. And as always, the best tool for the job is the one you have available.